Hello, my amazing people. How are you guys doing once again? I'm back and back and back. Okay, so now I want to go straight to the next story that we have from the Onis Palace at this moment. And this one, in fact, is looking like we are in a season of, is it Wahala? I'll call it, because just when you hear one story that is, I mean, you begin to wonder how Oni is going to navigate his way out of, you just hear another one, and they keep coming and coming and coming. I don't know. I just sometimes I pity. I feel like pitying this man, but again, when I think of the pain he has caused Naomi, I just move on. Okay, so this guy has suffered so much this period, from the movement to Akure that ended in a fiasco, from the movement to trip to Germany that ended in more premium tears. He came back and he became so inconsolable. He wasn't even able to eat at some stage, according to what we heard. Now he's even facing a bigger. I think this has to be the biggest challenge the man is yet to face again, because what we are hearing, I just hope this is not true, but I'm going to give the story all the same. We are hearing that in what looks like a continuation of the battle leading to the selection of this very current Uni, it has been alleged that the Giesi family have decided not to be taken unawares by the Lafogido ruling house. Okay, what they are trying to say here is this. Okay, I want to take you guys, your mind back to some of the things that went on at that time that they were trying to appoint select the new Ooni of Ife. We recall that when they lost the last one, late, I think his name is, I'm not too sure again. If I remember, I'll let you guys know. But the one that was there before me, so rest in peace. I think Sijuade or so, yeah, about Sijuade. When they lost him, the tradition at that in Ile-Ife is that they have this chieftaincy declaration, which is a document regulating the process of selecting a new Oni. Okay, they've had the first one, I think, 1940 something, 1950 something. Then there was another one that was reviewed, I think, late early 80s or thereabout. I'm not too sure now, but I know there are two of them like that. The chieftaincy declaration. And I recall that when the time for the selection came, the four ruling houses, including the Lafogido and the Giesi and even Ogboro or something. I can't remember the fourth one now. But what we gathered at that time was that it was a very, very fierce competition, between these four ruling houses, because they presented their sons, and the selection process started. But the truth of the matter is that while the selection process was going on, when it was looking obvious that the Gese ruling house were costing home with the king the position, it was said that the Lafogido ruling house were the ones who tried everything to truncate the process. And what did they do? The first thing they did was to challenge the chieftaincy declaration agreement. Okay, they challenged it. What they said there was that they are not satisfied with what is enshrined in it, and they called for a review. That was the first salvo, they pushed out, and they almost succeeded, but eventually, I think wisdom was allowed to prevail, and they used that very document. But as if that, when they failed in scuttling the process at that time, what we gathered reliably was that they threw another salvo, and this time they said, no matter the condition that the person has met, there has to be a consultation with the Ifa oracle. Okay, because they thought that maybe at this stage, maybe the Ifa oracle will not support the current Oni, but to their consternation and surprise, the oracle supported the selection of this present Oni. So, and that marked the end of the Wahala from the Lafogini family, and and at the end of the day, they were able to select this present Oni. So, what that means is that eventually there was nothing they could do, and we now had the emergence of this Oni, and Oni has come to stay. So, but it is looking like, if you look at the trajectory of some of the events that have been happening in the house, especially of recent, the tantrums, that was thrown by Queen Ashley. You guys recall that she has been a bit quiet for some time until she had her son, who she christened the crown prince. You see that crown prince statement, and the fact that Queen Ashley is actually she's a direct daughter from the Lafogido ruling house. So to them, they felt like that statement, even though they've asked her to apologize now to Queen Naomi, and I think she has done that already. I think we have a story on that is going to come up shortly. So they are feeling that statement, because that statement, if you look at it, her daughter, Queen Ashley's son or prince, is actually the third. You have Tadini Kawo, who is about 4 years older than this one. There's even another one by, if I'm not mistaken, from Queen Toby. Okay, so his prince is actually the third on the line. So if she's making these comments, that statement, and saying without apology that this is what it is, that her prince is the best prince, the crown prince, the favored prince, and even saying at some stage that the Farako, is in support of her statement. For the Giesi family, they saw this as a sort of affront on the throne itself, and they felt that this statement has capacity to truncate even the reign of this present Oni, who is their own son. Don't forget, this is the reign of Gise ruling house, so they wouldn't want anything whatsoever to scuttle it, because they want to enjoy their reign very, very well. So they are feeling that. So the Gise ruling house are of the opinion that maybe uh, uh, um, uh, what was her name now? Queen Ashley is trying to front for the Lafogidi family right now. That is what they are thinking at this moment, and that is why they have to come up. And what we are hearing now is that the Gise family actually now wrote a petition. So what we are hearing is that the Gise ruling house has decided to write a petition to the Osun state government, officially, excuse me, officially complaining about the activity of the Lafogido family, you know, especially through their daughter, Queen Ashley, who also incidentally happens to be the wife of the current Ooni of Ife. The reason why they are putting that petition straight away is to preempt any eventuality, because they don't want to be taken unawares, because they knew what they went through in the hands of the Lafogido ruling house at the point of selecting this Oni. So they are feeling like this may be one strategy by the Lafogido family to cause problem for the current Oni of Ife. So we are told that they wrote their petition, a very strong worded petition, and they went straight to the matter, and they are almost like asking the Osun state government to call the Lafogido family to order. And in that petition, they also mentioned Queen Ashley, that her utterances of recent have become very uncivilized and disdainful and inimical to the doctrines and the civility of the Yoruba people and the Ife Palace. Okay, so they said a lot of things in that petition, but the summary of what they said is they are calling on the government of Osun State to call the Lafogido family, ruling house precisely, and Queen Ashley to order. They just went straight, and that was it. They are not mincing words here. And I think that if they are doing this, who is going to blame them? Because there are a lot of permutations to this whole thing. There are a lot of angles to it. So if they are preempting what Ashley can do, and by extension what Lafogido family can do, I wouldn't blame them. I wouldn't blame them. So I think it's also time for the Ooni of Ife himself to stand his ground, and be firm with some of these women. He has to be firm. You can't just wake up because you are a wife or whatever and downplay the importance of a first son, a second son, and you that is having the third one, you are arrogating the position of first to the third. Who does that? It's not Nigerian election where the person who came third can suddenly or magically become a governor. This is not Supreme Court here. There's no law. This does not. It doesn't look logical. You have the third son, but you are saying your son is the number one. Who does that? Who does that? So I think if they are sending their petition to the Osun State government, to in order not to be taken away and to put the government on alert, I think I want to support that idea, and I think at the end of the day, to curtail some of these excesses, some of these, utterances that are not in conformity with the custom and tradition of the Yoruba people. So this is what we had, and I feel as a person or as an individual that I'm cool with it. Honestly, I'm cool with it. There has to be sanity in the palace. There has to be sanity among this harem of women as well. So this is what we had, and I felt I should bring it to you. So, what do you think about this whole thing? Please leave your comment. I want to hear what you have to say on this. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. And most importantly, thank you for subscribing. God bless you and enjoy the rest of the day. Bye bye.